What's up guys, it's McNulty here, welcome back to the channel. So today the shard summoning has opened and we have our chance to be able to get a brand new cultist lord basically for free. So we need to know whether or not this hero Abyzou is worth the grind. Personally, having had a quick look over her kit, I do think that she is going to be worth it. But yeah, we'll just go over it bit by bit. I mean, this hero, she looks bonkers, man. She does absolutely bonkers. And the backstory in this hero is incredible. I keep wanting to see the little stumps that they say of where she cut off her wings, but they're not there. But honestly, those horns are just incredible, Abyzou. So yeah, I love you just for that. That's amazing. So she is, of course, of the cultist faction, and she is a lord, so she gets a lord bonus. Her lord bonus is, let me just get over here. So she increases the faction team members' basic attributes by 10%, but then she increases faction team members' damage dealt to enemies inflicted with slow, stun, freeze, immobilize, and other CC effects. She increases the damage by 20%. So that means she is actually going to pair up really well with another epic hero in the cultist faction, but we will get to that in just a moment. Now, in terms of what she's actually doing, I mean, let's start off with the basic attack. So she's going to be dealing 100% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies, and that is her basic attack, 100% AoE to 5 enemies. She has got a really decent attack stat, actually. If you look at the max level, her attack is very, very similar to Iona. And that is the hero that I think that she will pair quite well with, just right out the gate. Her attack stat is really quite decent. Yeah, she's got pretty good stats. Her cost is a little bit high though at 22. So I think obviously she better be dealing quite a bit of damage to make up for that high cost. So that's a good basic attack. Now moving on to her ultimate, which is an auto ultimate. So she triggers it herself. She deals 100% damage 3 times to up to 10 enemies in range. That seems like a heck of a lot of damage. Honestly, she's just all about massive, massive damage. So 100% 3 times to up to 10 enemies in range. So that's a lot. Yeah, I feel like it should be, I'm not sure whether she's going to be able to hit every single one of those enemies 3 times, but that's what it reads like. And then every 1 target hit grants 1 stack of Psych Force to the hero. So this Psych Force thing, if you click this over here, it says each stack increases attack by 3% up to 10 stacks. So if she's dealing 100% damage 3 times to 10 enemies, up to 10 enemies in range, she's only really got to trigger that once for her to get a full stack of 30% increased attack. So that is really, really strong. And I think it's just going to make sure that obviously the follow-up attacks from this hero are that much harder. It doesn't say she's giving the stacks to other allies though. So I guess that's kind of a downside, but she's only increasing the damage that she is dealing. So that's pretty decent. I like the talent on this hero as well. So it says she restores 15 rage when an enemy dies in range. This effect can be triggered 1 time every 0.5 seconds. So she's going to be not only increasing her own damage, but she's also going to be restoring her rage pretty quickly by the sounds of it. So yeah, I mean, she's definitely a bit selfish, but that does go in line with the storyline for this hero. And then the Spectral Trampler she's got as her passive. So when the hero has Psych Force, so again, that is when she's just fired her ultimate off, and it will last for 12 seconds. And when she hits an enemy with a basic attack, it then generates a ground effect area, which deals 10% damage per second for 3 seconds. So airborne units take half the damage instead. So again, this hero is just about trying to deal massive damage all at once. Her ultimate works alongside her basic attack, and that works alongside the passive as well. So this hero really synergizes well with herself. And I think you're going to be pretty impressed by the amount of damage, but just from the way it reads. I mean, honestly, I think this is going to be a hefty hard hitter, and she'll probably be usable in quite a few different areas of the game as well. And then, of course, we've already gone over the faction bonus. So let's go ahead and we'll have a quick look at the awakenings that we've got for Abyzou. So far, so good. At Awakened 1, it says when there is more than one target in range, the hero's basic attack has a 25% chance to launch one extra energy ball. So she's already dealing damage to up to 5 enemies. So that means she's going to be able to deal it up to 6 enemies as far as I read it, which is good because you get an extra hit. And then the Awaken 2 is an attack increase of 5%. She does kind of need that just to put her exactly on par with Iona, because Iona is just slightly stronger in the attack department. And then the Awaken 3, the ultimate inflicts magic resistance reduction on the target's hit. That is strong. That is really strong. So she's giving resistance reduction against her own damage. So like a defense down against magic damage. And then the Awakened 4 will be crit rate plus 8%. It's really not that good. And then Awakened 5 increases damage dealt by 20% for 10 seconds when a target dies in range. Okay, it's strong, but I would say that if anything, I would want to get this hero at least to Awaken 3 to get the magic resistance reduction, because then she could potentially be a viable hero for things like Gear Raid 1. So yeah, really good hero. It's definitely worth having a read over the story. I'm not going to do it now, but like it is totally worth it. And then just to quickly go into, let's just go into the gallery here for a second, because that's what I wanted to show you guys. So she is in the cultist faction, obviously. And then we've also got Iona, who's not only a watcher, but she's also in the cultist faction. So she will benefit from that Lord bonus. But with her, you know, you've got this pretty serious damage, the AoE damage, and she inflicts slow, and Abyzou will benefit from that. So her Lord bonus will be the damage that the target that takes with slow on will be increased because of Abyzou's Lord bonus. So it's definitely nice that you could use these two heroes together and in tandem. As I was saying with the attack, I mean, if you look at her max power, she's 3, 4, 4, 6. So she's pretty high on the attack. But then Abyzou, if we just go back to Abyzou and we look at her details, max level, see 3273. So that Awakened 2 will probably put her right in line, if not just slightly higher than what Iona is. And we know how rare Iona is, and you know, I spent $5 to get her, but a lot of people haven't spent $5 or any bucks on the game. And to be fair, that's all the money that I'm going to be spending. So I'm going to be working hard to get my shards together to summon Abyzou. I'd like to hear in the comments if you guys do manage to grab her. Let me know if you've tested her, and how she performs and how you like using her, where you like using her. Please also do drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any future videos, and as we continue on this massive journey into Watcher of Realms. So I wish you guys all of the best of luck with your grinding, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.